Howdy, Chunky. It has been a tricky week for news. I've never worked harder. There's never been more news, but I think finally we should be proud that this country has woken up. And it doesn't matter how many lefties keep screaming at us, all those radical far-left politicians who want to convince us that what is fake is the truth. The British public can see the wood for the trees. Finally, the chickens are coming home to roost. And at alexbelfield.com every morning I do my 40 minute news bulletin, where tomorrow at 6 a.m. I will give you the highlights here at YouTube. Today we've seen great British patriots taking to the streets and showing their solidarity for our once great Britain. These mothers, these daughters, these nieces, these people who want to keep our country safe have only one agenda, and that is that we can walk the streets and go in parks without fearing for our lives. That's not a lot to ask, you wouldn't think, in a country as brilliant as once Great Britain.
I just think they're all brain dead. At the end of the day, I really do.
Okay.
Because they're allowing it and they're trying to protect them for the unknown of what they don't even know themselves.
Yeah.
Yesterday you might have seen my little documentary on London. If you haven't, click on it at the end of this and see what our capital is currently like under Sadiq Khan. The country is on its knees. 1 in 12 people in London are illegal and we don't know who or where they are. That is terrifying. Next, I will celebrate the greatness of today by showing you the best images from the wonderful summer fairs that have happened outside hotels across this country, with people simply saying, we've had enough.
Box takers, dinghy divers, and lefties. This ain't for you. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.
Do me a favour, Chunky, and subscribe here at YouTube and sign up at alexbelfield.com for 6 30-minute news bulletins a week and 2 phone-ins live on a Wednesday and a Sunday. We must send the fartheads on their bike. Enough is enough. We need our Britain back. Howdy, Chunky. I was told by the mafia at the police last week that if I were to attend any gathering of Great Britons patriotically flying the flag and celebrating what it is not to want to be invaded and penetrated by dark forces who may affect our women and children, I would be arrested and thrown straight back in jail. So today I couldn't be in the endless amount of towns across this country where men and women and children have stood singing Sweet Caroline, where it began, I can begin to knowing. 1 in, 1 out just doesn't work because, like the Okie Kokie, we can't work out how many are coming in to send out. So far, we have no evidence whatsoever that this has had any impact whatsoever on stopping the dinghy divers arriving into Dover. We also know, don't we, that a dinghy is not just for Christmas, it's for life. And when it comes packed with 50 or 60 of unknown men, mainly, we don't seem to be seeing too many women and children now, do we? And if these men are sincere, why aren't they bringing their wives and children with them? Why do they turn up with their iPhone 16 and ideas of, let's say, penetrating this country with their ideology? As we see in London yesterday, the mental health card can be played as soon as you flop one out on the tube, and people don't like the exposure that they see before their eyes, just like Hugh Edwards, the BBC's #1 PDF file. He played the health card and nobody now can talk about it for fear of offending a man that likes paying to see children being stopped. It is outrageous, but this is the world we live in. This week we woke up. I'm telling you, we woke up and the world has changed because America knows that we live in a country where when you speak, you end up in prison like me or Lucy Conley. This country knows that no longer are we safe on our streets. You don't need me to bring you 4 hours of news that I bring my audience at alexbelfield.com, detailing every single scum-sucking pond life that's on our streets affecting our women and children, to know that you're not safe like we were 10 years ago. The stats are undeniable. Immigration back 30 years ago was in the low thousands. It's now over 2 million. We know 35,000 are now staying in hotels on a day when we find out Bournemouth is now littered with 3 more hotels riddled with people who we don't know who they are, where they're from, or what their intentions are. Men who are paid not to work, men who are given 3 meals a day, and men who are given underfloor heating in hotels and the time of their lives to wait for years to decide whether they should be here or not. This is not a system that is acceptable. And I just want to praise all of the great Brits that turned out on the streets today. I would have been there with you, but I would end up back in prison if I did. That's the country we live in. I was convicted of an online crime, by the way, hurty words, boohoo words, by people who said that they weren't scared of me, but they were scared of you. You might do something that never happened. I'm the first man in history that's gone to prison for something that didn't happen by someone that didn't exist, to shut me up. And now they have the audacity to ban me from Epping and every other protest or gathering. I'm banned, and if I go against that, I go to prison. But I've lived vicariously through the videos and the photos that I've shown you here today. Thank you for taking them, and keep supporting our once Great Britain. We will get this country back, and we will never surrender to the tyranny that this government seems to think it has absolutely impunity to continue. As for the 300,000 odd that have signed the let's have another election petition, waste of fucking time. That's pointless. It's not going to happen, so don't bother. There's no point signing a petition to get turkeys to vote for Christmas. Tomorrow morning at 6, I'll bring you the best of the news, but now I just want to thank you for allowing me to see what's going on in this country. Peaceful protests by Great Britons, women and children and men that just simply want to get on with their business and live their life without fear that somebody dreadful might do something horrific. That's where we're at in this country. With 1 in 12 men in London unknown. 1 in 12 people in London are illegal immigrants who could do anything. That's why your phone and your watches are being snatched every 15 minutes. That's why they're putting stickers on the pavement saying you're about to be mugged. Can you imagine? This is our lawless Britain that is completely and utterly out of control. I'll see you tomorrow morning from 6 for the news. The best bits of the week, 4 hours of news I've done. You can join our party at alexbelfield.com, and Andrew Bridgen will be with us tomorrow night live from 9 at alexbelfield.com for an hour interview and a phone-in, exclusive to the home of free speech. No BS, we're not PC, and we're Ofcom free. It's alexbelfield.com, where you can get my new HMP book. By the way, big news about HMP Fossway coming Tuesday. You won't believe what happened there last week. Unfucking believable. I'm going to pop down and show you what's going on at Britain's most out-of-control prison. It's all happening next week here at alexbelfield.com. Thank you to the wonderful heroes and patriots that turned out today across our once Great Britain that is now nothing but grating.
Don't trust the mainstream media. They'll make your teeth itch. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.